Hello guys, and welcome back to Youngblood Homesteading. My name is Darby. If you are new here, hello and welcome. This is Chloe. She's just hanging out today. But today I wanted to share a little bit about what is happening with our land due to the fact that we have bought a house and are living in it. So the plans for the land have changed without changing, and just kind of wanting to share where we're going with that, what we're doing, and what we're doing in the meantime to prepare for that homestead. So with me being pregnant, we needed somewhere that we had space, was done, comfortable, availability for the dogs to just run around outside, and not be on a super busy street, honestly. And our rental house did not check any of those boxes, and we fell into this house, the perfect timing, came across it, things went great, everything. And so it was just such a blessing, but this house checks all the boxes. We're not on a busy street, we're about to have a fence so the dogs can run around. It has more than plenty of space for us, and it's just been such a fresh breath. And the whole point of buying this was so that the homestead that we are going to build is not rushed. It is not stressed. It was becoming a very stressful thing. It was becoming a situation of, oh, we just have to get out on the land. And we weren't going to be happy with what we were out there with. And it was just going to be extremely overwhelming and not good for anyone involved. So we saw this house and we were like, okay, yeah, like that's what we need to do. And it now gives us the availability to take a step back. We're gonna take a step back and look at our land and do it in a process that makes the most sense for what we're wanting with it. So our land is basically just trees and brush and everything else. So we've never really seen how it lays, and without knowing how it lays, you don't really know where you want to put your house. So we had picked a spot, but is that the spot that we were going to love and want and just be able to see our home in? We don't know. And so taking that pressure off helps a lot. One second. So with that pressure being taken off, we can now make sure that we clear the land and have the land fenced before we even try to decide on where we want to build on the land. So what the plan is for right now is to get settled here. We are building a fence right now, and we're basically just repairing and attaching because everyone around us has fences and we just need to attach to the house. And so we're doing that, and then the dogs are getting on each other's nerves. So sorry for all the cuts that you are seeing. But Chloe's just hanging out here with me. So we're going to get the land cleared first and foremost once we finish with stuff here. So we're building the fence, like I said, and then one of our goals is to go ahead and get some raised beds built for here, because we still want a garden. just because we're in the city and on a smaller plot doesn't mean that we still can't implement some of the more homestead lifestyle things, and we're going to. So we'll have some raised beds here, and then we are also planning on or considering some kind of bird. We kind of keep going back and forth between quail and chickens, but we'll see. The house behind us has chickens, so our chickens should be fine, but also, I don't know. So we're trying to figure that out, of which kind of bird that we want and making sure we'd have the coop for that. But the birds are more of a back burner thing. Like, we just need to get the baby here and get life going before we start all that. And just kind of adjusted to having a kid. So we're going to be doing that, and finding those smaller homestead type things to implement here is very important to us, and it gives us also time to take a step back and learn more. So for me, that's more reading and researching on the types of things I want to grow, the types of things that I can do in our home that are more of your typical homestead type of lifestyle, and just kind of taking away some of the more modernized things while still keeping modernized things. So that's first step. Then once we kind of have some of the stuff going here, we're going to be working on our land as well. And that timeline kind of is always changing as to when we'll start it, because I won't be doing much of it anyways, because it's a lot of heavy machinery or just like big cutting of trees and stuff like that. And yes, I would be more than happy to help, but one, right now I'm super pregnant, and two, I'm about to be a new mom that's breastfeeding her child. So not really suitable for that. And never in my life do I think me driving heavy machinery sounds like a great idea. It scares me. It makes me nervous. So Ben and his dad and I think some of our friends kind of all talk about like going out there and at different times and just starting to work on clearing that land and getting that land ready to be worked and see how it is. So first step would be clearing. Then we have already bought the fencing for the entire plot. So we will then put fencing up to enclose the entire area, and then we will start the process of everything else. So the deciding on kind of animals that we want, where the animals would go, deciding on like the house plot, getting house plans redone and finalized, and taking our time and subcontracting that out ourselves instead of just hiring a builder, so that way we can build it over time and do it what makes the most financial sense for us, but also what makes the most sense for us in the aspect of just when it's gonna be done. So we'll work on all of that. So the plan is still the same as of right now that we're going to be building out there. It's just going to be on a different time frame than what we were originally planning on. But it's been such a blessing to now not have to worry about that and just be able to focus on where we're at now, what we're doing, and put all of our attention on getting ready for our little guy and just being ready and present before then. So that is kind of where we're at with the land. It's still sitting there. It's still great. We're still super excited that we have it and thankful that we have it. And we can't wait to see what comes of that land, and what it brings and what all it does. So don't worry, you'll still see some of the more homestead type content because we're still going to be implementing that stuff here. It's important to us. We find it good for us, good for community, and it will at some point. So the reason the audio just went out is because I accidentally said the name of our kiddo. Good job. Come on. But yeah, it'll be beneficial for him too. So, and who knows if we'll still be here when he even gets to the age that it is beneficial in educational ways, but with having a garden, it's beneficial automatically with how we're feeding ourselves and nutrients that we're getting, that then he's getting through feeding and etc. And as he gets older, once he starts foods and stuff like that, eating the food that we're growing. So, yeah, I can't believe I just slipped up his name, but yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I know it's not like this big fancy plan, and we're okay with that. We're just at the point where it's like, it's okay to just like take a breath and be like, okay, now we can be more intentional with the plans for that land and how it's going to be used, and making sure we're utilizing the land for its utmost potential. And so that's just kind of where we're at. But can y'all see she is knocked out? But yeah, so that is the plan with the land, and we will go from there. But I hope you all enjoy just hearing a little bit about what we are planning for, and just getting some reassurance that Youngblood Homestead is not going away. It's just gonna look a little bit different. So, yeah, I think that is it for now, and we will talk to you all next week. I hope you have a great week. If you have any questions, please let us know. And make sure you are always checking out our other social media and our website where we have our blog. So, yeah, I think that is it for now, and we will talk to y'all later. All right, bye guys.